Oh yeah! When the Snow 2013. Busy night, eh? I love having these problems. Oh, we gotta fit everyone! Well, fit everyone in, don't worry. It's good problems to have. But we got everyone in, so no crisis averted, so it's good. So that's why we're just running a little bit behind like that. Just want to make sure we can get everyone in your snug little seats. So tonight, this screening is probably extra special for me. I get to premiere a film I wrote and produced, actually. Yeah! So yeah, this is really kind of cool. I'm kind of lost for words, but
no, you're not.
yeah. So thanks. Anyway, I'll get the preliminary stuff out of the way. I want to thank our sponsors, Anchor Bay Entertainment, Fangoria Magazine, Black Flag TV. Oh, I'm reading this. I know you do. Suspect Video, and I want to thank our community partner, Raindance Canada. Actually, and there's a lot of people that actually, if you don't know anything about Raindance, they do a lot of great education. You probably talked to them in the lobby after, and they were before. But the director of One More for the Road, the film we're going to talk about, has done a lot of stuff with Raindance too, and I'm a member myself. But yeah, so we're here showing the Canadian premiere of Clean Break feature. I'll show you. We'll have a Q&A with her after, with her cast and crew. And then, but right now we're going to talk about the opening short, a little film called One More for the Road. Navin.
Yeah.
Navin's my one. This is my bro. I know we look a lot alike. Yeah. Left and right brain, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So how did this project come about?
Well, Kelly, I can literally stand here and speak about this film all night, which I won't. Because I know Sean Kaufman is in the audience right there, beard guy, sexy guy. He's gonna be mad because his film is right after this, and I'm looking forward to that film. That's gonna be awesome. Clean Break.
Love you, baby.
So, One for the Road. Kelly approached me with the script. The script was awesome, and it reminded me a lot of an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. That's what it felt like to me. And immediately I'm like, done. I want to do this. Let's do this. And the movie almost never happened actually because of many different circumstances, situations, whatnot. And one day Kelly texted me with one of the props from the movie, the crowbar that you will see in the movie, and the Gore brothers who made the crowbar had made this crowbar that Kelly was talking to them about, I guess, and we were like, oh, so we got the crowbar prop. I guess we're making the movie, right? I was like, I guess we're making the movie. So that's kind of what happened. That's kind of what sort of started the spark of this whole movie. So I gotta say though, Kelly did this right. They did this movie the right way because it was probably the quickest turnaround of pretty much any short film I've ever worked on, any film I've ever worked on actually. We did everything right from pre-pro rehearsals, production, post. I'm huge in with rehearsals and prep and stuff like that, and Kelly was very supportive in that sense. So yeah, it's been a great experience, and it's awesome to premiere the film tonight at the Cotton Cinema, which I love, and at Blood in the Snow. So this is gonna be awesome. And a lot of the cast and crew from One for the Road are here. So big round of applause for everyone. And thank you everyone for coming out. I really hope you guys enjoy the film as much as we did making it. And go to IMDb, review the film if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't.
Go.
No, I'm kidding. Do it. It's probably a good discussion. If you hated it, tell us why. That's all good. So, all right. So without boring everyone to death, give us that.
Everyone who plays in Blood in the Snow gets the bloody button.
Nice.
Master's green jacket. And yeah, like I said, and then of course we're here for the feature, Clean Break. How many people saw Silent Retreat? Turn off your dark. Make noise. Yeah. So from the same, from a lot of the same team who made that, and we'll talk to you after the screening. Let's hear it for Clean Break. Okay, so congratulations. You finally get to see it in front of an audience. It was funny, when we get submissions for the festival, we either watch them on online screeners or we watch them on DVD, and we're usually watching them by ourselves. So we have kind of the same thing where we're watching for the first time with an audience as well, just like you are. And I didn't realize watching it on myself how funny the film is. Like, it's got some great little bits.
I didn't realize it was a comedy either.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, but it's got, it's great because when you have a thrill, I think humor is so critical in breaking up the tension in a thriller. And I think that it was just kind of like all in the right moments, kind of. So it wasn't like a comedy, but it just sort of like, so when you see moments of walking with the knife, and it's like, well, everyone's sort of giggling. It's awesome. It's just really, I think it's a thriller without a bit of humor, and it really it's lacking. So, want to introduce your team here?
So, I'm sure you recognize them, but this is Tiana Nori, who plays Tracy.
Woo!
Sean Kaufman, who played Scott. This is Corey Brown, our writer. And Sammy Osmond, who plays Cam.
So, tell us about what started this project and its gestation, and kind of, 'cause you made this before Silent Retreat, but it's kind of starting to come out now, kind of like that. So maybe you can kind of give a little bit of history of the film.
So Corey and I wanted to make our first feature, and so Corey wrote this script, and it was very contained, one location. We ended up shooting at my parents' house, who are here. Thank you for still talking. And it was supposed to be like a $5,000 movie where we bought a camera from Costco and was going to return it after 10 days. And not that the budget really rose much higher than that, but it did grow, and we had a nice big crew, and 20 people traipsing around my parents' house. Jordy and Jordan came on to produce. They're both CFC alumni, and it was all of our first feature. It was many of our first features, and but also having such a low budget, it took about 2 years to edit and finish. So we kind of finished it about 5 or 6 months ago, I guess, and here it is.
So obviously, Connor, we both write autobiographical films, kind of like that. So was this a way? Obviously, we're just trying to get some relationship issues out of our.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of came about. There was a time I was just hanging out with. Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Choked up.
He's not in here.
Shellfish. Oh no, I've been bad. It was. I was with a lot of roommates at the time, and hanging out with people who were with a lot of roommates, and I realized that, you could. You can choose your roommates, but you can't necessarily choose who your roommates decide to date. And sometimes in life that gets interesting. So I think that was kind of the personal angle I started on it, and then things just grew from there.
Well, what's really interesting about it is a self-contained film. You have to have an absolute stellar cast, and your performance of you three is just absolutely was phenomenal in this film. You want to talk about a little bit of your experiences with Clean Break?
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to start off. Sorry. Thank you all for coming tonight. Congratulations on your film, Kelly. It was phenomenal. It was really good. my experience, when I read the script, I just, like, dove right in the audition. I didn't think that a role like this would come up so soon in my career, but I wanted it so, so bad because it was like...
She'd kill for it.
I'd kill for it, literally. I came in with props in the audition for sure.
It was scary.
You know, when you're gonna commit, you gotta commit. No, but working on the film it was a fast shoot. It was 12 days. It was very intense. Working with Trisha was a dream. It was my first lead in a feature, and it was just a dream working with her. I mean, you're an actor in a movie, but working with Trisha, she's right by your side, and we work together on the character, one-on-one all the time, and she had rehearsals, and it was a dream, and I couldn't have asked for a better cast. I mean, Sammy and Sean and I are like best friends now, so I don't know how it happened, but they're just killer, those guys. But yeah, no, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, I second the motion. I mean, I'd worked with Film Monkey Productions before for several productions, Bravo Fact and other stuff, and it was a wonderful experience. They know what they're doing. Fantastic writing, you know, through and through, and direction, you know, to the T. Really knows their stuff. And you know, some people are, I guess, intimidated by doing their first feature. But not Trisha. Her personality, she's just like, she's a go-getter. She's like, yeah, bring it on, let's do this. Okay, a little nervous, but let's just push through this, we'll just do this. 12 days, who shoots a feature in 12 days? That's all I gotta say. Like that, I mean, it's amazing, you know, it was organized to the T, great crew and cast, and yeah, working with these guys just in general, you know, it was awesome. Like, it's hard not to put out a great performance when you're working off of these guys. I mean, they're just fantastic, and I'm just glad to have been taken apart with this, and yeah, it's a great experience. So.
I love you, Sean. Actually, Sean is, I met Sean maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. We were on a commercial, and he did the French, sorry, I did the French part, he did the English part. There was like this character on the commercial. Anyway, and then we ran into each other, and then he suggested me to Trisha for the part, and Trisha made the mistake of casting me. But honestly, when we did the audition, we did that scene towards the end where Cam's like breaking apart, and after the whole torture thing, and I never had the opportunity to do something like that before, because I'm a pretty happy guy, and I don't think people see me like somebody who could do. I think these guys rehearse their speeches, because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. But long story short, after leaving the audition room, I was really happy to have done that. I was like, you know what, I'm just thankful for that experience. You know, Corey's wonderful writing, Trisha was directing me in the room, and I was like, you know what, I'm good with that. But then I ended up getting the part, and I was very, very thankful for that, because it was such an amazing experience. And again, you know, I made some friends. I met Sean before, but I got real close to him. Real close to him. Not in that way. He's got a girlfriend. But and real close to Tiana. Again, not in that way. She's single though. And Corey's single, by the way. She's married. I think you heard that well. Anyway, long story short, it was such an amazing experience for me that I was like, you know what? I don't care if the movie gets made. I was, you know, because some people in the independent film industry, you do a lot of things that don't get made, and I was, you know what? I don't even care if this gets made, because I had such a great experience. The cast, the crew, I just, you know, you see the movie, but you don't see the experience that we had, and I was just, yeah.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, it was worth the, well, yeah. Again, I'm glad it was done. You know, it took long enough, but I'm glad it was done. But again, if it had never, I'm just blabbing. But long story short, it was a great experience. Thank you so much.
Questions?
Oh, come on.
That's good. Thank you. Anyone? All right. So
So there were a couple text messages that went back and forth that were a little blurry. Do you remember what they said specifically?
I left the door open in the shed, can you check it out, to send Cam outside.
Ah, okay.
Smart.
How did you decide on the nail gun specifically? Of so many sort of tools that you can reno a house with, was that written in the scripts early, or was that just whatever?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was quite early, and because I love that. Does that say something about me? I don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we kind of, because once we had the nail gun in, we knew how Tracy was going to die. So, yeah, so it was pretty early on. And how do we choose? You just kind of look around in a workshop and you go, ooh, I like that one. And that one could be fun. And then it's how you choose.
So what you're saying, writing a horror film is like being a kid in a candy store. How will everybody die? You're morbid, but I love you, man.
Two more?
In the whole history of horror movies, there are actually relatively few women who get to play serial killers. You did a fantastic job, incidentally. I think you played the best psycho girl since Precious and the Loved Ones, I think. So, Padre, how did you reach back into both your acting training and the limited history of psycho girls to formulate this incredible character?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, that's why I was so excited about this role, because I didn't think, that was always my dream to play a psycho. I know, it's weird, but it's true. Sorry. So we had talked so much before filming, and we looked at Fatal Attraction as a good example. We did some research, but I trained at UBC, got my BFA in acting. So I was diving into that, and I actually trained method for this role. So I'm single, I don't know. Don't understand. Yeah, does that answer your question now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for the compliment.
Last one? Got it?
Kind of a geeky technical question. What cameras and lenses did you guys use?
Director's question.
We shot on red, although it didn't look that red up here. I don't know. But yeah, it was shot on red.
Red one?
Sorry?
Red one?
Yes.
One more?
I noticed Tracy's look. It was very controlled and very retro. Did you already have that kind of in mind when you were writing or when you were developing the character?
Actually, no. The look kind of changed with the casting. We were actually looking for brunettes, and and Tiana came in, and it was just like, oh no, that's who we have to cast. And from there, I mean, I can't talk about the development of that, but Tricia can.
So, yeah, she was one of two blondes who came in to audition. I don't know how they got through, but when she came in for the audition, there was no question that she was Tracy. So we sort of went with the Stepford Wives kind of look, and you can tell by the dresses they were a little more old-fashioned, and as you said, very controlled and very proper. She wanted to build like the fantasy home of white picket fence. So I think a lot of that did come with Tiana. So
Some of it was my wardrobe, I'm not gonna lie.
Literally came with Tiana.
And on that note, thanks a lot, guys. Congratulations.